Thief Encounter is the sixth episode of the first season of All Grown Up, and I really enjoyed this one. There are two main narratives, and the first involves Angelica mentoring a young girl called Bernadette. And Bernadette is very much like a young Angelica. She really gives as good as she gets, and Angelica has a run for her money. And it's really interesting to see how Angelica handles somebody who's not unlike herself. Susie gives her some interesting advice. I won't say what the advice is, but I really liked how that part of the narrative played out. I'm not the biggest fan of Bernadette as a character, but she was fine. She was generally well written, well animated, no real complaints from me. The main narrative, however, focuses on somebody stealing things from people's gardens. And there's a mystery of who is it and why are they doing it? I didn't work out what was going on, which I liked. I like it when I can't work things out in advance because it keeps the mystery going. And the way that that played out was very believable and very sweet. Certain characters had some very moving behaviors. They did some very sweet things that I hadn't expected, but it definitely came across very well for the character. But I won't say any more than that, but you'll know exactly what I mean when you see it. And I rather enjoyed it. I thought it was a very fun, mysterious narrative, and it made a lot of sense. Sometimes with mysteries, particularly in kids' shows, the mysteries don't really have a very satisfying conclusion, or they just don't make a lot of sense. But actually, with this one, yeah, I get it. It makes sense, and I thought it was very well written, very well animated. A lot of it is quite dark or quite dimly lit because a lot of it takes place at night. But even though one of the things I love about, well, the classic Rugrats series, but also All Grown Up, is that we have a lot of bright, bold colours, but it didn't bother me too much that a lot of it was quite dimly lit here. We also get Phil, Will, and Chuckie staying over with Tommy, and that was rather sweet. I liked seeing them in their little pajamas having a sleepover like they would do back in the day, and it's nice to have some Phil and Lil there as well. So definitely a really enjoyable, very well written episode. No complaints from me at all.